What up, guys? This is your boy Chili. It is Sunday afternoon. I just got done watching the Cowboys game. Thank God we won after like a 7-game losing streak. So excited right there. But today I wanted to bring you an Iron Banner tips and tricks gameplay. Now I'm running with a few random people I just threw together in a party. Like, just got to invite. Everyone kind of invited people till we got something. So certainly not like the die-hard squad that you go into with. Now it's a little bit better because everyone can communicate if they put on their mics. But personally, I wanted to upload this video because, quite frankly, I've played Clash pretty much this entire year in Destiny, and although Control's always been like the big game mode you play for Iron Banner, this is the first time ever that they've moved it to Clash, which is basically just straight TDM, first to 10,000 wins. And I figured that it would be a little bit different of a meta game, and what I mean by that is obviously the core ideas are still the same, just slay out and kill people, obviously, but typically on average you're going to get about 2 supers, maybe 3 if you're doing really hot in a Clash game, as opposed to 4, maybe possibly 5 if you're doing really well in a Control game. That all depends on how much your team scores and things like that. But essentially in this one it's a little bit easier to use basic teamwork skills and not have to worry about capping anything, but just straight up out positioning teams, getting the power positions on the map, and out slaying. And Destiny is still a little bit weird in that things like headshots, supers, heavy kills give you more points instead of just straight kill tally. So it's kind of interesting to see how it plays out. Now, the first thing I'm going to say in terms of a tips or tricks video is if you're the person who's going really hot, so like right now I'm doing really hot, I use my super now because I know that heavy's still a little bit ways, and I know that most likely my team's going to have their heavy, but typically I would recommend saving your heavy or saving your super for when the heavy pops up, because you're only going to get heavy twice during the entire game, maybe 3 times if the game's really slow and you're lucky, but overall there's only going to be 2 heavy rotations, and in that point you want to at least get one of them each time. If not, if you can get both of them, that's great. But if you're going for the daily bounties, you know, typically there's the one with the 3 kills, which is with your heavy. So using your super to kind of leverage that and swing people out of power positions is the #1 thing. You either want to get them off heavy, or, you know, kind of bait heavy out so that you can kill them with snipers, pulse rifles, things like that. And that's kind of key in terms of getting the power weapons for the game. If you're not able to do that, it's kind of going to be a struggle depending on what kind of heavies they have. A lot of people use Thunderlord, Truth, rockets. I was using the sleeper stimulant in this as like just a fun kind of, it's like a single shot sniper rifle. It has pretty good range on it, so, you know, I was using it for that. But anyways, another tip that I would like to talk to you guys about is using your team to bait and switch out players. This game is all about, and I'm sure you guys have noticed it this week, staying alive and getting the clutch kills when they matter. And I can't tell you how many times I watch teammates, they'll rush in and they'll go 1 for 1, or they'll die twice to get a kill, and that's really not the way you win, especially because things like kill streaks, headshots, heavy kills, super kills, those all give you extra bonus points. So learning to bait and switch with your teammate. If you're weak but you have an opponent weak, you rotate out, they rotate in to get the kill. Knowing your position, so if you're sniping and someone's kind of rushing you, if you have a teammate next to you, have them kind of watch your 6, watch whatever, and help you out. Now, I know most of this sounds self-explanatory, but when you really get in there, it really helps a lot. Now, I have 2 separate videos. I have one where I ran with a group of 6 where we're all in a chat communicating, and as you can see here, that doesn't automatically guarantee you a win. Like, that doesn't make their skill any better. I did do a game by myself, and that is where the communication kind of becomes tougher, so you have to take it on yourself. You really have to treat it as like you're the only one who can do anything. You have to use your team to bait and switch and play situations right. If you're kind of that lone wolf that just wants to go off and get kills, sadly in this game it's very hard to get 2 and 3 pieces unless you get something like shotgun montage or sniper montage, just something where it's very difficult to do without heavy supers or, you know, situational picks. So staying with your team and really kind of trying to stay by them will help you out a lot. Now on certain maps like the Shores of Time, it's a year 1 map, and we've always known that the top spawn right up here when you spawn kind of in the top jungle, that's the dominant position, and you kind of want to keep that depending on how your team plays. So knowing how to rotate power positions is huge. If the rest of your team is battling near B Dom, you know, flank around through the jungle while they're trying to snipe you guys in order to flip that spawn. I find that you'll have a lot better results in terms of having maybe players who aren't as skilled as you, in terms of giving them the power position, because typically people can exploit those a little bit better. And it all just depends on what map you're playing. Like Blind Watch, some people like the top, some people like the bottom. You just really have to play it depending on how your team's doing. But another thing I'd like to discuss is the level accommodation in your light level. Now, I'm always rolling at 306 or 308 because I'm typically using the Vanguard Sniper or Shotgun, and then I'm using Nerwin's Mercy, as well as like Truth or Thunderlord, which are both at 310. And in that case, what essentially I plan on doing is, like, the light level is not that different. Where I start to notice a significant fall off is right at I'd say like 300, maybe a little less, 290s, yeah, mid 290s. That's when you really start to notice the fall off, and that's where it kind of becomes a pain in terms of accommodating for your light level. Like me, I use the highest weapons I have available that are PvP, like tactical. Like I have a 314 Touch of Malice, but the Touch of Malice is not very good in PvP, so there's no sense in using it. But right now, since the pulse rifles are like the god guns in the game, use those. So either it's Nerwin's Mercy, Hawksaw, there's a Suros weapons order that is the Hawksaw, No Time to Explain, Red Death. Those are all viable options depending on what light level you have them at. I used to use my 296 or 7 Red Death, and it still works fine. So kind of knowing your loadout. Typically, I'm just going with whichever primary is the best for me. Like, that's what I'm going for right there. I like that sleeper simulant kill. It takes a while to charge, but it's pretty damn effective, and I've had some pretty crazy kills with it. So that's kind of like a basic tips and tutorial video. I hope that they run Clash again. I really like how it's more kill oriented instead of just getting the points and camping the points. It's really hard being a solo player winning an Iron Banner over the past year just playing Control, because it really is more team oriented. Whereas this one, if you are a naturally better PvP player, you can do a little bit better in terms of just getting the kills, staying alive. And trust me, like, the biggest thing, if I could tell you anything, it's staying alive. It's conserving your super for the right time. It's trying to get heavy when you can, if not disrupting them off theirs. Like, be a scapegoat for your team. If you don't need the heavy kills, go fuck around on theirs. Go fuck around on theirs and make sure that it disrupts them long enough for maybe your team to sweep over or your team to get the kills that you need. So all that stuff should end up helping you win a few more games. And honestly, just try to rank up one character as fast as possible. With the way that they're doing the packages now in this most recent Iron Banner, once you get rank 5, I noticed that your loot drops significantly get better on all of your characters. So like me, I got my Titan to rank 5 fast. I got him to rank 5 like on Friday, and then the next 2 days, my last 2 characters who are rank 3, I hadn't turned in the weekly bounties yet, they still did pretty well. So that's going to be the overall end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be uploading a solo one that might have slightly different overall ideas, like the basic core things, but playing with a team doesn't always guarantee you a win. Like, we were neck and neck this entire game, and it was really only me that went off. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys can see that I am somewhat credited when I'm talking about this. I'm not just talking out of my ass, but if you guys did like the video, thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate that. If I can get to like 1 like, I'd be happy, because it's such a small freaking channel. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, if you want to see a bunch of Destiny and Call of Duty multiplayer gameplay clips. I tend to do pretty decent, you know, I'm a decent gamer. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope your guys' football teams or whatever are winning. I hope you guys are having a great day, and we're coming into Thanksgiving week, so it should be awesome. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Remember to stay focused, stay humble, stay driven, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.